Hello everyone, my name is Amol More and welcome to our channel Solution to Black Book. Now today one of our students has asked this question. The question says that there is a function f from domain x to codomain y and is defined by this particular definition: a sin of x plus pi by 4, b cos x plus c. If f is both 1 to 1 and onto, then we have to find the sets x and y. So first of all, you need to understand the domain. Domain is set x and codomain is set y. But this function is an onto function as given by them. For onto function, codomain is actually equal to the range. It means we need to calculate the range. Once we calculate the range, we will get the codomain. Now, moving ahead, how to get the domain? For domain, what will be important? For domain, 1 to 1 concept will be important. Now, 1 to 1 means for one value of x, there will be only one value of y. It shouldn't be like that for two values of x, there is one value of y. I'll explain this in short. Let us say I have this function. Now you can see that at pi by 6 and at 5 pi by 6, you can see both are having what? Same value of y. So two values of x having one value of y. Hence it is not a 1 to 1 function, it will be a many to 1 function. So if I cut this like this and if I take this like this, then it is a 1 to 1 function, because for every value of x there is only one value of y. Okay, so this concept you have already studied, that for one value of x there should be only one value of y. That we'll take it when we move up to that part. Now first of all, let us try and understand about this function. So this function is f of x is equal to a sin of x plus pi by 4 plus b cos x plus c. So let us expand this. A 1 by root 2 sin x plus 1 by root 2 cos x plus c. Now let us multiply this. A by root 2 sin x plus a by root 2 cos x plus b cos x plus c. Okay, we forgot to write down b cos x over here. B cos x plus c. Now let us rewrite this. A by root 2 sin x plus a by root 2 plus b cos x plus c. So we have simplified our function. The coefficient of sin x is a by root 2 and the coefficient of cos x is a by root 2 plus b and plus c. Okay, now before moving ahead, you should know that a cos theta plus b sin theta has the range from minus under root a square plus b square to under root a square plus b square. This you should know. A cos theta plus b sin theta has the range from minus under root a square plus b square up to under root a square plus b square. Now let us write down our fx. Our fx is a by root 2 sin x plus a by root 2 plus b cos x plus c. Now as you can see, the coefficient of sin x is a by root 2 and the coefficient of cos x is a by root 2 plus b. So we can calculate the range, because instead of a there is a by root 2 and instead of b there is a by root 2 plus b. So all we need to do is just to take it into square root and square it. Very simple. A by root 2 plus b the whole square. Okay, now let us try and square this particular part on the next page. So this will be equal to a square by 2. A square by 2 plus 2 into a by root 2 into b plus b square. Let us check once again whether it is right. A square by 2, a square by 2, b square, 2a by root 2 into b. Yes, we are correct. Let us simplify this. A square by 2, a square by 2 will be a square and this will be root 2 times ab and then it will be b square. Very good. So the range of the function given to us is actually equal to minus under root a square plus root 2ab plus b square, comma under root a square plus root 2ab plus b square. Now in our particular question it was given as onto function, therefore codomain and range are same, so we calculated the range and we know the codomain now because range is equal to codomain, so codomain was y. Therefore I can say that y belongs to every number between this range, minus under root a square plus root 2ab plus b square, comma under root a square plus root 2ab plus b square. Okay, so we got the range, codomain, that is the set y which they have asked. Now we need the set x. So set x is actually domain. Now let us understand in detail about this function. This was a one-to-one function. As this is a one-to-one function, we need to also understand that there won't be two values of x which are having the same value of y. So when sine theta will be 1-to-1, when theta lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then sine theta will be a 1-to-1 function. I'll show you. From minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, the sine theta graph is like this. Now see, for every value of x there is a unique value of y, as you can see. Therefore from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, this is having a single value of y, therefore it is a 1-to-1 function. But our particular question was something else. It was a by root 2 sin x plus a by root 2 plus b cos x plus c. Okay, there was one more thing which we needed to add and I forgot that totally, very sorry. Along with this sin cos expression there is also a plus c. So in the range there will be a plus c on both sides. So over here also plus c and over here also plus c, very sorry for that. And over here also plus c and here also plus c. So basic answer is c minus under root of a square plus root 2ab plus b square and c plus under root of a square plus root 2ab plus b square. Okay, so we corrected that. Now moving ahead. Now let us call this very big value as r. Okay, let us call this very big value, this value, let us call it as r, because generally in trigonometry we call this value as r. So I can see that if I multiply and divide by r, this particular expression will be a by root 2 r sin x plus a by root 2 plus b upon r cos x and then plus c. Very good. Now let us call these values as sin theta and cos theta. So let a by root 2 by r is equal to cos theta and a by root 2 plus b by r be sin theta. Now as I can see over here there is theta and sin theta, so it is a by root 2 and this is r and this is a by root 2 plus b. Therefore r is nothing but under root a by root 2 the whole square plus a by root 2 plus b the whole square, which is what we have already calculated. As you can see, r was nothing but this, so this triangle is satisfied. So basically what I mean to say is we got the theta. So therefore I can say f of x is equal to r times cos theta sin x plus sin theta cos x plus c. So that would be equal to r times sin of x plus theta plus c. And over here I can simply calculate theta. Theta is tan inverse of what I can say, a by root 2 divided by a by root 2 plus b. Very complicated theta, but that is your theta, which is tan inverse of a by root 2 upon a by root 2 plus b. Now let us rewrite our function. Our function fx is nothing but r times sin of x plus theta plus c. Now r is normal constant, c is normal constant, sine, this has to be a 1-to-1 function. For that, x plus theta has to lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Therefore minus pi by 2 minus theta has to lie between x pi by 2 minus theta. And now finally we will put down the value of theta, which was tan inverse of a by root 2 inside the bracket a by root 2 plus b x, and then it will be pi by 2 plus tan inverse of a by root 2. Let us check it was plus or minus. It is minus, so let us write down minus a by root 2 plus b. Okay, what I'll do is I'll simplify that tan inverse expression also. So that will be a plus root 2 b, and this will be pi by 2 minus tan inverse a upon a plus root 2 b. So this is our condition for the domain for the 1-to-1 function. Therefore x belongs to minus pi by 2 minus tan inverse a upon a plus root 2b, comma pi by 2 minus tan inverse of a upon a plus root 2b. So this was a very nice question in which we are given that this particular function is what, 1-to-1 also and onto also. Using onto condition we calculated range, which was codomain and which was nothing but y. And using 1-to-1 condition for sine theta, where theta lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, we calculated what, we calculated the domain, which is set x also. Thank you for watching the video guys, and do not forget to like this video and comment on this video, and also do spread the knowledge, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel.